Welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today we're going to do a reading for Aquarius. Let's call in spirit with some wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far, Aquarius. I'm stoked because... still going. I'm stoked because it got over 50 degrees today in Minneapolis, so Fahrenheit. So I feel like that means I might have to go for a walk here in a little bit. Alright, I'm actually feeling the Santa Muerte deck for you guys today. Let's see. Ooh, a little too soon there. Let's see what Spirit has for you. What do we have for Aquarius? Jeez, they're just... okay, they're insistent. Well, we do have the swords being represented immediately here, so maybe that's why. We have the King of Swords coming out here for you, Aquarius, along with the Ten of Wands. So this is telling me we have somebody here. Remember, king or queen, it doesn't matter. We all have masculine and feminine energy within us. So this could be anyone really, but King of Swords, this is somebody who is seen as intelligent, logical, probably very honest, and somebody who can be maybe even a little bit like rude. They're not going to sugarcoat something just to make somebody feel better about it. And with the Ten of Wands, we know we have this individual here feeling like it's time to let go of a burden, or they have just released a burden. So the Ten of Wands is generally depicted by some dude who's like overloaded with like a bunch of sticks on his back. So it really does give off that vibe of somebody who's just like had enough, you know? This is why I chose this deck, you guys. Two of Swords. I can think of no other deck where the Two of Swords is depicted by a pair of scissors, but this seems to be suggesting that this King of Swords has taken this, really looks more of like a machete to me, to a relationship of some sort. It doesn't have to be a romantic one, but there's somebody who feels like there's no saving the situation, that there's no eye to eye, that there is almost like no point in fighting. You know, when you reach that point in a relationship, well, hopefully you don't, but you reach that point in the relationship where you're just like, what am I'm not even gonna like respond to your bullshit gaslighting, because I'm not gonna feed into whatever whirlpool of garbage you got going there. I'm just gonna take an exit over this way. So we've got somebody here who is looking to cut somebody out of their life. This all right. All right. So sometimes, you guys, when we see the King and Queen of Swords come out together, that can suggest that we've got somebody here who's gone through a breakup. Makes a lot of sense, right? Because before we've seen this Queen of Swords, we already knew somebody was trying to get rid of somebody from their life. So here she is. The Queen of Swords looks to be a little bit less likely to use her sword than the King of Swords. She's got it behind her neck here. The way she's holding it makes me feel like this feminine energy is the one that caused the problem, because it's like she's about to behead herself. I know, gory, but what are you gonna do? I like skeletons, okay, guys? But look at the sun. I mean, again, this is why I chose this deck, or rather why Spirit wanted me to choose this deck, right? Because here we have a sun that looks like it's melting. This is a very happy card. It's the happiest card in the deck, you guys, but all of these cards have multiple meanings, and it's upon us readers to figure out how do we piece these puzzles together to make a coherent understanding of a message, right? And I think what we have here is somebody who is pretending that things were fine, somebody who is trying to resuscitate or keep alive a happiness from the past, But with the skull and that sun, I really feel like it was a false happiness, or a happiness that had failed to endure. Alright, so we are probably going to see the Three of Swords come out, because I do feel like this is a separate feminine energy. This is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is known for her alluring, beautiful looks, right? She could be a stunner. I mean, just look at how they have this skeleton posed in this. Like, oh my, you want to go out with me too? Just like holding this candle like she knows she's the hot one. Yeah, this is somebody who dresses well and has caught the attention of this King of Swords. I don't get the feeling that this King of Swords ended the relationship because of this Queen of Wands, but I do feel like the Queen of Wands really cemented for this King of Swords. This is a partnership with this Queen of Swords. This is a partnership that no longer is happy. So once you start to see a possibility of happiness elsewhere, it really helps you to assess whether or not things are livable where you are right now. We have the Nine of Cups. These cards always fuck with my numbers because they're sideways. But basically what we've got going on here is somebody who found that their wish fulfillment, or what makes them happy, has changed. It's no longer as easy as, you know, you like the same TV shows I do, and you also like to drink the same beer as me. Like, that's just not cutting it anymore. Like, whatever brought these two people together, it doesn't have the staying power to keep them together. And here we have the Ten of Swords. Definite ending here, you guys. We've got a 10 clarifying a 10. So basically we went from somebody feels like they have a really heavy burden, something that's really wearing them or weighing them down and making it difficult for them to have a good day, much less a good year. But now we've progressed to the Ten of Swords, which is like, you know, somebody who's ready with the chopping block, and then the chopping block has come down, and now there's a finality here. And this Queen of Wands is still doing her, but now it's at this Ten of Swords. I feel like this third party is shocked, or has like a little bit of like, oh, really? At this King of Swords actually ending it. Here we have the Knight of Cups clarifying the Two of Swords. Yeah. This masculine wanted to end this relationship again because it was already done in his mind, but because he wants to make an offer of love, a genuine offer of love to somebody else. Look at that, like, simultaneously an ending and a new beginning here, right? We see him riding off, but he's going through an archway. And if you guys know symbology in the tarot, you know that archways are like happiness or marriage or fulfillment. You know, like all those things that we aspire for, right? So we have the Five of Swords here. And I feel like in the relationship that has ended, the feminine energy routinely spoke for her partner. his mouth is closed, he's standing behind her, and she's got her fist in the air. She's got her mouth open like she's screaming a battle cry. So I think there was definitely a pretty decent period of time here where these two, the King and the Queen of Swords, were arguing with each other. It's almost like if there was like a whiff in the air of like those two people are fighting, it would just like entice the King and Queen to start fighting. It just seemed like anything could set the situation off. And this King of Swords doesn't want to do that anymore. We have the High Priestess coming out here to clarify the sun. So I think not only does this sun represent the fact that what makes this King of Swords happy is different from what has made this King of Swords happy, but also that the King of Swords felt like he had to kind of keep his plan secret for a bit, probably because of anger issues here, and not tell anyone. Like, look at how like peaceful that looks, right? Like she's just chilling there with her book. I feel like this is specifically referencing like the planning stage, right? Like, how can I remove myself from the situation with the least amount of drama possible? All right, and then to clarify the Nine of Cups, we have the Tower. When what makes you happy in life changes, or when you suddenly realize what you need in your life to be happy, things shift. You have to decide, am I going to fight for this, or am I going to stay here and be a bump on a log and pretend I'm happy? What a fucking waste of a life, you guys. Don't do that shit. So the Tower is coming in. The Tower is coming in to say, hey, looks like you maybe figured out that the love of your life is somebody else. Two of Cups. Lining up under the Queen of Wands and the King of Swords. Shivers. And if you don't make moves towards that thing that you've discovered makes you happy, then we'll just give you a violent shove into it. This is how the universe works, you guys. And we have the Five of Cups, clarifying the Ten of Swords. So remember we had 10-10, right? 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords. Now we have the Five of Cups. I find something mathematically beautiful about the fact that this ending with the 10 of Swords has halved it. Now we have a 5 instead of a 10. Somebody feels left out in the cold, but another person feels invigorated by having space to themselves, time to themselves. You know, the ability to plan what it is that they want to do with their life. The Empress. So we have the High Priestess and the Empress coming out, you guys. This Queen of Wands is a powerful feminine energy. I just heard she's powerful in the way this Queen of Swords thinks she's powerful. This Queen of Swords thinks that she can wield a sword and inspire fear and get things that she wants in life, whereas this Queen of Wands has this, like, it's like a delicious personality. Like, every time I look over at this card, I want to smile. Like, the energy, it's like intoxicating, right? And in addition to having this beautiful, magnetizing kind of energy, this Queen of Wands is also incredibly wise and caring. Like, there's no way this Queen of Swords could have compared. She's the kind of person that wants to push you or bully you into doing what she wants. Whereas this Queen of Wands is the kind of person who inspires you to do what she wants. Who wouldn't fall in love? she? Can I get your number? Alright, tell me more about this Five of Swords, please. Justice. This Queen of Swords has failed or lost what has made her happy because she deserves to lose it. If you're watching, I'm not apologizing. You fucked up. There is a process of clearing out that which is dead so that new plants can be, planted and new flowers can start growing. Here we have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is moving in silence. The High Priestess, if you remember, this is somebody who keeps secrets, right? This is somebody who is perceptive and intuitive and can discern if it's maybe a better idea to keep people out of your plans and do what you need to do before anything can fuck with it. So, I mean, look at this dude. Like, he's crawling out of a coffin, okay? So, this is like literally like my social life, my love life was dead, and now I'm bringing it back to life. Eh? He looks like he's all hungover and shit. But we have hope and reflection scratched on the top of the coffin. So this masculine energy maintained the hope that he had and worked on himself in order to make this sneaky departure work. And now we have the Nine of Swords. This is the Queen of Swords. Now she can't sleep at night. We're going to clarify with the Tattoo Tarot. I lovingly refer to it as the Mini Tattoo Tarot, but that is, in fact, not its real name. It's just because I have a big Tattoo Tarot deck as well. It's like twice the size of my hands, so this one's a little easier to manage. What else do we have for Aquarius, please? We have the Knight of Coins, the King of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. You have... There's emotional confusion here. There's multiple suitors. I think on both sides. I mean, let's get real. Okay, so you're whoever I'm speaking to, right? You're an Empress. You're an Empress. So there's gonna be a few people interested in you, right? Because you're gorgeous, you're smart, you can do so much. Like, how could you not be pulling in the numbers, right? But with this Knight of Coins and King of Cups, I'll tell you right now that one of these choices for you, not ready. They're too immature. They're a knight. You're an Empress. Get the fuck out of here. Go back to high school. So don't let the choices confuse you. Use your intuition. You'll know which way to go. But I think sometimes we get just a little bit too excited that somebody really likes us, that we don't take a moment, see what we observe in this person over the course of time before we fall in love, right? Like, I don't know, maybe you don't brush your teeth. Maybe you don't, I don't know, just over time, you actually see who a person is versus, hey, let me tell you exactly who I am and like make it sound better than I actually am kind of thing. So even though we have the Seven of Cups coming out, Spirit is saying justice is going to happen regardless, okay? So there might be a delay, there might be a I chose the wrong person, but at the end of the day, you are due good karma, and that's going to happen. Spirit is just making sure that I mean, really they're testing you, right? Like if we give you the relationship you're looking for, are you going to fuck it up? You going to self-sabotage? Because then we'll give you this karmic right here. You reap what you sow. So yeah, whoever has earned this good karma here, it's not gonna go away. Ten of Cups. Because you're destined to receive this happily ever after for what you have done. Here we have the Nine of Swords. I'm hearing the people who have like fucked you over, they're going to regret it. The people who have not been able to seal the deal and get the Ten of Cups with you will have a front row seat to you having this happy love with somebody else. Yeah, it's the Queen of Swords that's going to be struggling to sleep at night. And with the Seven of Swords, just a quick reminder from Spirit, when you have something that makes you very happy, you don't have to tell everyone about it. It's incredibly wise to keep some things to ourselves because, you know, people who are jealous are always going to come for the things that make you happy. So, secrets aren't a bad thing. All right, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Have a great rest of your day.